Hey guys, so yesterday I was at VidCon and those days were really inspiring, and they were all saying that you should do something that's very you in your videos, and that's what makes things happy and exciting for pretty much everyone. So what I thought I was going to do, and I mentioned this before, is I was going to read some of my poems. And I have this book here, it's really cool, I got it from a friend, that I wrote some poems in. I initially wrote them all online, but then I copied them to this book. I thought I'd flip through them and read out to you guys some of my favorites. This was the first poem I ever actually officially wrote this year. I didn't really write poetry seriously, but we were in a poetry unit in school and I was just thinking, oh, like, maybe I'll try to write a poem, and it actually ended up really well and it's still one of my favorite poems. So here is a poem and it's untitled. I see, or so they say, I am not blind. But what they see is different. So do I really see it all? I see the bend of the smile, the curve of the skin, the eyes that sparkle, the voice from within. But do I really see it all? For they see ambition, passion, and sin. They feel the fire deep within. There are feelings from what they see, but I stare blankly, gray is the scene. They want to see secrets, and so do I. Appears the secrets differ apart. For I see within, and they want without. And I'm torn about what this means. I hope that I truly see. For eyes see, or so they say, except mine see differently, and I cannot explain. So that's my first one, and you can interpret it however you want. That's kind of one I think is really hard to interpret. It's not kind of just out there, and I really like that about that. Here's another one. Most of my poems are untitled, and so is this one. Take me to a place that I have never known, one that feels like home. Find the old in the new, count the clouds in the noon. Don't steal away the old, don't hide it in a book. Profit from the dust, water buds from the bones. Let it breathe, let it pass. Today we are free, don't let the moment go. Woohoo! This one I really like. This one actually has a title. It's called The Dreamer, and here it is. The dreamer devised a plan to sketch a dream imagined. The painting is done, but no creation it was. Hung on a wall, they nodded and smiled, but the dreamer shook his head. The painting stood still, the dreamer unfulfilled. Decision to build the statue tall, grand to every eye could see, but the dreamer shook his head. The statue is still. Even if three-dimensional it be, stumped in his chair, the dreamer supposed, what more could I dream? But the poor dreamer picked up the poison ink again in his hand and painted on another canvas. The dreamer's dream sketched again, for he never left his chair. Here's another one that's untitled. All on a search for only the perfect peace, to get out of the lurch so they may never cease. But such fine grains are not found, none can conjure up such flawless remedy. Yet hearts cry and fall to the ground, not a perfect soul could complete, not even the strongest feet. Yet everyone cries out, everyone seeks that love. No one will find it, even the perfect heart would be returned. For love, the flawed nature, believe in the simplest things. Stand up and state your purpose. You are always complete. This one has a title. It's called The Carnival. Oh, how the summer air burns my skin, takes me back to a time I feel with deep within. For cotton candy days were so long, but days went by and sugar made me ill. The days last long on that carousel, spinning around as it does, stringing it out as it goes. But I remember carnival game days, I won a prize greater than all. Without candy I may be, but sweetness can come from more than thee. Summer days are not always so mean, when from sugar I feel liberty. I actually came up with that one because it was really hot outside and I started getting memories. It was just becoming spring and I don't know, I get memories when there's a change in the weather or something. Because I notice it and then I think, oh, the last time when it was this hot, or one important time in my life when it was this hot. But yeah, Treetops touch the sky, I sometimes wonder why I'm down here on the ground, staying safe and sound. Wonder is not beyond the stars, above the hills, not even on Mars, but instead where love distills. From paper to paper, from lie to lie, why do we sigh? Why don't we stir? Hearts pound in rhythm, the sound of pouring rain, the chance is more than slim, so don't let yourself be tame. Break down the door, hear yourself roar, you don't need a spell, no one you need to tell. This is not the end, no rules you need to bend. Keep trying until you succeed, for you have been truly freed. This one is called The Flower, and I wrote this one because I had a vase of flowers in my room and they died and they were molding, so I made meaning out of it, being all poetic as I am, apparently. The flower. A flower does not grow within a transparent glass, instead it wilts and drowns in its own moldy mess. The water is green, but life there will not be, pretty for all to see, but fading perpetually. If only the flower knew exactly where to bloom, growing from the grave where fears are uncaged. Many are afraid of soil ridden with death, but from the darkest depths come the brightest of breaths. Open your eyes to the things you can see, and love the simplest beauty. Don't let yourself be blind, look instead for all that's to find. Don't drop your eyes to the ground in your demise, look instead ahead, not to the journey you once led. Do not hide, for you will decide either to live or to die. Live because you are alive, for truth you will derive. And that's all the poems I have in this book. It's sad because I was looking for the poems I wrote online and I only found some of them. I actually had a lot more than that. And there were some that were like really good and I really liked them, but I don't have them down, so it's a little bit sad. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hoped you liked what I wrote. Tell me if you like them, and tell me if you think I should continue writing poetry, or what you think I should do with my poetry, if you want me to make more videos reading my poetry. I keep saying poetry. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had or are having a good day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!